Our next application examples will relate to prosthesis. However, we are going to limit our discussion on planar prosthesis, prosthesis that move only on a plane. We will not get into motion in all three dimensions. And we are doing so for simplicity and understanding. So what is a prosthesis? A prosthesis is a device that is attached or used by a person when their natural limbs are not present. A person who has been amputated. So let us assume that we will look at an arm prosthesis. And an arm prosthesis will have, again, we are working on a plane. We will have a shoulder, and then we have something that's connected to the shoulder. That is the forearm. Then on the forearm, we will have another connecting device that is the elbow. And on this elbow, we will have the palm. Okay? I didn't draw all 5 fingers, but it's a palm. We can also have lower limb prosthesis, where a person is missing a leg. So we will have the hip. Then on the hip, we have the leg. And then we have the knee joint. And then on the knee joint, we have the lower part of the leg. And here is where we have the bottom part. For our analysis, we are going to assume that these points here that I put with dots are fixed for now. If we look at these schematics, we can visualize that we can draw straight lines that connect these joints. And if we move any one of these joints, if we rotate any one of these joints, the fixed points will move on the plane. And our task is to find out where these fixed points will be on a plane if the origin of the plane, if the origin of the plane is for the upper limb prosthesis located at the shoulder, and for the lower limb prosthesis is located at the hip. So here we visualize that we have the equivalent of a two-link robotic device, where link 1 is the connection from the shoulder to the first joint, and link 2 is the connection from the second joint to the palm. The same with the lower limb prosthesis. We have a two-link robot. So let us now take this physical system, which is a prosthesis, and try to analyze it as a two-limb robot. So now I'm going to redraw this, but instead of looking at it and drawing it as a prosthesis, I will draw it as pure straight lines. So I will define my coordinate system, X and Y, and then I will draw these linkages. Each linkage has a known distance, a known length, L1 and L2, and we would like to know where this tip will be located. So we can think of this as the shoulder and as the elbow joints. Or we can think of this as the hip and the knee joint. And we would like to know where this point E is going to be as we rotate about these two joints.